Racing games have always been very popular, but some of them are a little complicated. For instance, NASCAR Racing is a great title, but some gamers may be put off by the high degree of technical difficulty, such as tire temperatures and stagger. Interplay is looking to get into the low technical end of this market with Whiplash, an action-intensive game that is very easy to learn and play, but has accurate car characteristics and tracks that are, to say the least, unique. Even though this is an Interplay game, Whiplash has been designed by Gremlin, the same guys that brought us Slipstream 5000. In fact, it appears as though the same graphics engine used in Slipstream has been used in Whiplash. This engine is perfect for racing games, providing a highly detailed environment that has the ability to make the player really feel like he's moving quickly through 3D surroundings. Whiplash is a straight-ahead racing game. There are 8 cars to choose from, each being rated in a variety of categories like braking, acceleration, and top speed. These are fictional vehicles from fictional companies, but they do have realistic attributes and handling characteristics. What really makes Whiplash special are the tracks. You'll have the opportunity to race on relatively normal tracks with the obligatory hairpin turns and hills, but Whiplash features things like loops and corkscrews. There was even a tilted jump that barrel rolls your car in midair before you touch down. Anything goes on the tracks featured in this game, which range from an average track that might be found in real life to fantasy tracks that could only be found on a PC. One very arcade attribute of Whiplash is that the player can die during the race. Damage is measured on a bar graph that increases along with the amount of damage. The more you're damaged, the worse your car will perform, not to mention the smoke and flames that will make it difficult to see while driving around. When the damage meter is maxed out, you blow up. Fortunately, Whiplash allows the player to determine the degree of damage that you can suffer during each race. Each player has 3 cars to use and abuse on each track, but taking on damage doesn't mean you have to keep it. On certain parts of each track, there is a pit stop area where you can stop your car and get quick repairs. These zones are usually located on the side of the track or in an alternate racing path. It's a quick and easy process which keeps the focus of the game on the racing action. Whiplash isn't overlooking those smaller features which often make the difference between an average and a great game. When you're looking over each vehicle, you see basic information and hear a nice female voice narrating additional information on each car. And during each race, an ultra-hyper announcer lets you know if you're coming up on a stunt and how many laps are left. He's very fond of screaming when you go through a corkscrew or a loop. The designers have also thrown in lots of virtual camera angles to either race with or to watch while you replay your race. And speaking of replaying the race, the player will also be able to do his or her own video editing through functions that can be used to clip and paste together series of racing highlights for later viewing. And when you're doing the kind of high-flying stunts featured in Whiplash, you'll have plenty of scenes you'll want to save. Extra features like secret cars and tracks are planned to be in the final version, which will allow up to 16 players on a network. Whiplash will not be the most original game out there, but it's designed to be a fast, furious, and most of all, fun racing game with a very low learning curve, so the player can start it up and start racing immediately. Whiplash's planned release date is sometime in December.